Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Central Equipment, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, EmpireCityVets.com, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quill and Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, Three Chimneys Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate and Bradar filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week as we recap Belmont weekend, including a Triple Crown spoiler in the Belmont Stakes. We begin with sprinters in the Grade 2 True North Stakes. Bakken, the 2-to-1 favorite. Tom Durkin has the call.
The leader is Married to the Music, who rips through a quarter in 22 seconds flat. Bakken right on the pace, and now he's looking for the lead. Dad's Cap out there 3 wide, and Integrity is out there 4 wide. Just in behind them, Palace is a ground-gaining 5th. Palace making a menacing move as they move toward the top of the stretch. Saludos Amigos down toward the rail. Eastwood is the trailer after the half mile in an eye-popping 44 and 2/5 seconds. They are at the top of the stretch. It is Palace narrowly. On the inside, Bakken. Palace short lead. Bakken now second. Married to the Music is spent. Saludos Amigos moves the third. Eastwood fourth. And they're coming down to the finish. And it will be Palace, the winner by 3/4 of a length.
New York bred Palace, the winner by 3/4 over the favorite Bakken. The OBS sales graduate under high weight of 124 pounds and Jose Ortiz in 108 and 1. A 3-time stakes winner last year, including the Grade 3 Fall Highweight Handicap, the Linda Rice trainee was coming off a 4th place finish in the Grade 3 General George Stakes. The 5-year-old horse was bred in New York by the Peter J. Callahan Revocable Trust and was a $160,000 OBS March 2-year-old. Palace has earned nearly $720,000 for Antonino Maiuccio. The True North winner was consigned to the 2011 OBS March 2-year-old sale by Krupe's Newcastle Farm. OBS, the 2-year-old source. From sprinters to routers in the Grade 2 Brooklyn Invitational Stakes, micromanage the 5-to-1 favorite. Again, here's Tom Durkin.
3/4 and 1, 13 and 2. And now the field hits the far turn. Ground Transport has that lead by a long neck. Cat Burglar just glued to him with a half mile to go. Micromanage starting to make his move now, and he moves 3 wide after it. Everrider is 4 wide, and he's coming. Norumbega uncoiling that long stride of his with 3 furlongs remaining. Golden Soul, Regina still well behind as the field moves toward the top of the stretch here in the Brooklyn. Micromanage is making a 3 wide move after the lead, and he grabs it right there at the top of the stretch. Cat Burglar fighting him as Micromanage came a bit wide off the turn. Norumbega's right there in behind the lead with 1 furlong remaining. Micromanage in front. Cat Burglar second. Norumbega with 1 final try, 100 yards to go. Micromanage, Norumbega coming with a thrilling late run, and Norumbega got it right on the wire.
10-to-1 Norumbega by Windstar Farm stallion Tisnow gets up to defeat the favorite Micromanage by a neck. Joel Rosario, the winning jockey, in 227 flat, a 112 brisk speed rating. Second in the Grade 3 Skipaway Stakes in his seasonal debut, the Shug McGahee trainee stretching out after finishing a distant 8th in the Grade 3 Ben Ally. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by his owner Stuart S. Janney III. Norumbega has earned nearly $502,000. There's more racing coming up, but first, here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Stakes Series. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with Grade 1 turf racing coming up in this segment, but we begin with 3-year-old stakes action presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. 3-year-old sprinters in the Grade 2 Woody Stevens Stakes. Social Inclusion, the even money favorite. Tom Durkin picks up the call.
On the far turn, it is Bayern. Here's Social Inclusion, who's revving up on the outside here with 3 furlongs to go. Pure Sensation fights on in between those two. Then it's a break of 5. Back to Favorite Tail down toward the inside. Embellishing Bob is under the whip. Fading back in 5th as the field turns for home. Bayern a narrow lead. Social Inclusion at his throat latch. But Bayern is single-minded here and repels repels Social Inclusion at the 8th pole. Pure Sensation is third, and then Top Fortitude fourth on the outside. Oh, what a sprinter this Bayern is. He demolishes the Woody Stevens field.
9-1 Bayern draws off to defeat 23-1 Top Fortitude by 7.5 lengths, with the favorite Social Inclusion ahead back in the show spot. Gary Stevens aboard in 1:20.3. Third is the favorite in the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby, and disqualified from first in the Grade 3 Derby trial, the Bob Baffert trainee was a well-beaten 9th in the Preakness Stakes. The colt by Awfully Wild was bred in Kentucky by Helen Alexander and was a $320,000 two-year-old. Bayern has earned $477,000 for Kaleem Shah Incorporated. 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Acorn Stakes, My Miss Sophia, the 4-5 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
The field rounding the far turn now after a lively 22 and 4/5 seconds opening quarter mile. 50 Shades of Gold is the leader. My Miss Sophia sidles up alongside her now at the midway point on the far turn. Artemis Agriterra is in a drive, but nonetheless is still back in third. "'Tis So Sweet and Sweet Whiskey coming on through between horses. Down toward the inside, Fashion Plate has now dropped 4 off the lead. And Sweet Reason just in behind the lead. And Sweet Reason is ready to roll as the field turns for home. My Miss Sophia's dropped back. And it's 50 Shades of Gold and Sweet Whiskey going head-to-head for the lead. And Sweet Reason joins the fray on the outside third. Not today for My Miss Sophia. They're coming down to the finish. It is Sweet Whiskey and Sweet Reason. Sweet Reason and Sweet Whiskey. Sweet Reason did it. Beat Sweet Whiskey by a neck.
9-1 Sweet Reason scores officially by half a length over 32-1 Sweet Whiskey. Irad Ortiz Jr. aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 1:34.4. Winner of the Grade 1 Spinaway Stakes at 2, Sweet Reason was coming off a third-place finish to race favorite My Miss Sophia in the Grade 2 Gazelle Stakes. The filly by Street Sense was bred in Kentucky by Brent Harris, Beth Harris, and Darley. Sweet Reason has earned $929,000 for Treadway Racing Stable. Leah Giarmati trains the winner. The filly was consigned by Bettersworth Westwind Farm to the 2012 Keeneland September yearling sale, where she was purchased by Treadway for $185,000. Grade 1 Acorn Stakes winner Sweet Reason, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. Turf fillies and mares in the Grade 1 Just a Game Stakes, Discreet Mark, the 5-2 favorite. Here's Tom Durkin.
Up the backstretch they go. Somali Lemonade is the leader. Unlimited Budget, though, right there to press the pace. Discreet Mark keeping pace with those two. It's a break of 2 to Caffey Click. Now rating back with 5 furlongs remaining here. Then there's a break of another 3 back to Ready Signal. Waterway Run. Better Lucky is called on for run here, but she's got a lot to do. 9 or 10 lengths from the lead. Then Strathnaver and Stephanie's Kitten really has a lot to do. She's 15 from the front as they round the far turn. It was a 46-2 opening half mile. And it's still Somali Lemonade. Discreet Mark ratcheting up that pressure as they move toward the top of the stretch. Unlimited Budget tailing off into third. Caffey Click is fourth. Traffic Trouble for Ready Signal down inside. Better Lucky revving up on the far outside now. Strathnaver and 5 lengths behind the rest of the field is Stephanie's Kitten. At the top of the stretch, Discreet Mark is now kicking in. Caffey Click on the outside. Ready Signal down toward the rail. Waterway Run is fighting on. Somali Lemonade is still miraculously in the thick of it. And then to the outside goes Strathnaver, and here comes Strathnaver with an electrifying late run. Down to the line, Caffey Click and Strathnaver too close to call.
Let's take another look at that photo finish. It's 4-1 Caffey Click taking over the lead on the inside, toting 121 pounds in Javier Castellano. 17-1 Strathnaver challenging on the outside under 117 pounds and Mike Smith. But Caffey Click holds on to take the photo by a nose. Somali Lemonade has to settle for third. The mile on the turf in 1:32.2, the third consecutive victory for the Brian Lynch trainee, who was last seen taking the Grade 2 Distaff Turf Mile at Churchill Downs. The 4-year-old filly by Medaglia de Oro was bred in Kentucky by Mrs. Jerry Ammerman. Caffey Click has earned $817,000 for Ammerman Racing. Next, the Grade 1 Manhattan Stakes. Seek again the 5-2 favorite. Tom Durkin picks up the call.
Turning into the backstretch run, and 5-iron, a runaway 8-length lead. 5-iron isolated from the fees in front by almost a dozen lengths now at the very early stage of the game. And then it's Keigan who's now running along in second. Seek again down toward the inside third. Real Solution on hold behind this runaway pacemaker is now fourth. Boisterous fifth and at the fence. Imagining's in the clear on the outside. 5 furlongs remaining here. Chamois drafting nicely in behind horses. A break of 3 to Hey Leroy, Rookie Sensation, and Grandeur into the far turn. It's still 5 iron, isolated. 5 iron still out there. 8-length lead as they round the far turn. Seek again, still running in second. And on the outside, Keigan's put to an all-out drive, running in third, Boisterous fourth. And then Real Solution fifth, and they're starting to inhale the front runner here as the field turns for home. Farther back, It's Imagining is now fifth on the outside, Chamois sixth on the rail. Turning for home, they've caught 5 iron. They have passed iron, 5 iron. It's Keigan and Seek again and Real Solution on the outside as they come into the final furlong. 5 iron's fighting on bravely, but he's fourth inside the final furlong here. And it is Keigan, and on the outside, Real Solution as they come down to the line. Real Solution is the winner. Keigan second, Seek again third, Grandeur fourth.
5-1 Real Solution, the winner by a length and a quarter over 16-1 Keigan. Another Grade 1 victory for Javier Castellano. Time of the race, 1:59.1. Third in this race last year, Real Solution gets his first victory since being promoted to first on a DQ in the Grade 1 Arlington Million last summer. The Chad Brown trainee just missed in his latest, finishing a close second to Imagining in the Grade 1 Man of War Stakes. The 5-year-old horse by Kitten's Joy was bred in Kentucky by his owners, Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey. Real Solution has banked $1,353,000. Spendthrift Farm thanks its breeders for making 2014 another record year at the breeding shed. Spendthrift is happy to offer breeders such programs as Share the Upside and Breed Secure, and wishes everyone a successful sales season ahead. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week, with 2 races in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Stakes Series in this segment. Fillies and mares in the Grade 1 Ogden Phipps Stakes. Champion Beholder, the even money favorite. Tom Durkin picks up the call.
A punishing half mile of 45 seconds flat here for Classic Point, whittling away at that lead. Close Hatches rolls up alongside Antipathy, and Beholder is now commencing her bid, and hard on her heels is Princess of Silmar as Belle Galantine comes off the inside. Classic Point is stopped, and at the quarter pole it's Closed Hatches, Beholder, Princess of Silmar. They're lining up for that stretch drive with 3/16 of a mile to go, and it is Closed Hatches in front. Beholder, Princess of Silmar lengthening her stride with 1 furlong remaining. Antipathy is fourth. Closed Hatches, Beholder, and Princess of Silmar. Oh, what a race here as these 3 fillies come down to the line. Closed Hatches, Princess of Silmar. Closed Hatches won it.
Closed Hatches takes the battle by a head over Princess of Silmar, who has a neck on Longshot Antipathy. Joel Rosario aboard in 1:40.2. A 2-time Grade 1 winner last year and runner-up to Beholder in the Breeders' Cup Distaff, Closed Hatches makes it back-to-back Grade 1 stakes victories following her front-running score in the Apple Blossom Handicap. The 4-year-old filly by First Defense was bred in Kentucky by Millsec Limited. Trained by Bill Mott, Closed Hatches has banked $2,382,000 for Juddmonte Farms Incorporated. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. Next, the Grade 1 Metropolitan Handicap. Last year's Belmont Stakes winner Palace Malice, the 6-5 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
Broadway Empire out on a 60-1 prayer with a half mile remaining here. Halfway home in 45 3/5 seconds. And then it's Golden Sense who's moving comfortably, just 3/4 of a length behind. Romance on the outside. Palace Malice 3 lengths from the lead with less than 3 furlongs to go. Vijack's under a ride, clearly now there on the outside. Scarly Charlie comes on through in between horses as the field turns for home. Broadway Empire still with a narrow lead. Golden Sense, hand ride now in front. Palace Malice looking to get switched out for some running room. He's in pretty tight now. Romance is there and clearly now on the outside. Golden Sense to catch, and here comes Palace Malice. Romance on the outside, and Palace Malice goes bounding to the front. Palace Malice, magnificent once again.
Palace Malice continues his undefeated season by a length over Golden Cents. John Velasquez aboard the two-time Keeneland sales graduate in 1:33.2. The Todd Pletcher trainee is perfect in 4 graded stakes appearances this year, including the recent Grade 3 Westchester Stakes over the track and trip. The 4-year-old colt by Curlin was bred in Kentucky by W.S. Farish and was a $25,000 Keeneland yearling turned $200,000 Keeneland 2-year-old. Palace Malice has banked $2,631,000 for Dogwood Stable. Palace Malice paid $4.70 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Coming up, another Triple Crown spoiler. Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the final jewel in the Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes. After easily winning the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness Stakes, California Chrome, the 4-5 favorite to end a 36-year Triple Crown drought. Here's the call by Tom Durkin.
And they're off. Samrat breaks well, and California Chrome did too. And just to his inside is Medal Count as they move for the first turn. General Layrod will be forwardly placed, and so too Commissioner. And so they make their way to the first turn, and Commissioner well off the rail. California Chrome on the fence and running in second, leaving room at the inside for Medal Count. Wicked Strong's very close to the pace today. And then on the far outside, it's General Layrod. He's advancing up into third. Wicked Strong is now fourth. Tonalist is moving in the clear on the outside. He's fifth early on here. Medal Count now back running in sixth. Right on Curlin, seventh as they make their way around Belmont's sweeping first turn. And then it's a commanding curve, was about 8 from the front now, followed by Matterhorn, Matuzak, and Samrat's at the back of the pack today as they make the turn into the backstretch run. The quarter up in 24 seconds flat. It was a reasonable half mile of 48 and 2/5 seconds, and the field moves down the backstretch. And it is Commissioner in front. General Layrod second. Tonalist settles into a strong and powerful rhythm. He's third. And California Chrome is on hold now. He's fourth, 3 lengths from the leader, Commissioner. And then it's Medal Count is fifth and down toward the inside, followed by Wicked Strong sixth. Right on Curlin is seventh, and on the outside, Matterhorn. Stretch running power of commanding curve, about 7 from the front now. And then farther back, second to last, Matuzak. Samrat has been the trailer as the field moves into the far turn. Commissioner still in front. Tonalist is making a serious bid for the lead on the outside. General Layrod's in between those two. California Chrome is fourth, and he's poised to strike on the outside at the midway point on the far turn. On the inside, Medal Count just 2.5 lengths from the lead. Wicked Strong commanding curve picking it up. 36 years of hope now compressed into the final 3 furlongs of the Belmont Stakes. It is General Layrod who's rested a narrow lead from Commissioner down toward the inside. Tonalist. California Chrome is in the clear on the far outside, and now he's coming. California Chrome is coming down the center of the racetrack, but it's Tonalist with the narrow lead. California Chrome is there. Wicked Strong, late bid on the far outside. Commissioner hanging tough down toward the rail. Time ticking away in the Triple Crown. Commissioner down inside. Tonalist between horses. California Chrome laboring late. Here's the wire, and it's a photo finish that goes to Tonalist.
9-1 Tonalist, the Triple Crown spoiler by a head over Commissioner, with Medal Count third and California Chrome in a dead heat for fourth. The third graded stakes victory on the card for Joel Rosario. Time of the race 2:28.2. Tonalist had the advantage of a winning race over the track, having defeated Commissioner by 4 lengths in the Grade 2 Peter Pan Stakes. The colt by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Robert S. Evans. Tonalist has won 3 of 5 starts and has earned $957,000. Christophe Clement trains the Belmont winner. Joel Rosario with the safe ride of the week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. We'll have the Grade 1 Stephen Foster Handicap from Churchill Downs, along with the Grade 1 Vanity Stakes and the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile from Santa Anita, plus the Woodbine Oaks, all next week here on Thoroughbred Week. For John Henderson, thanks for watching. Good luck at the races.
Thoroughbred Week has been presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Central Equipment, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, EmpireCityVets.com, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, Three Chimneys Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbreadweek.com.